Now let's jump into our perfect pairings. And if you're just checking this out for the first time here, this is what we do. We take the first 2 picks for teams inside a division, and we try and match up 2 players who we think would be perfect fits for these teams. So we're going to go AFC South. We're going to go Jacksonville Jaguars here. 4th overall pick. You have the floor.
I mean, this is an easy one for me. And the reason it's easy for me because Tom Coughlin comes back, and one thing that has been a common denominator for the most successful teams that the Jaguars have ever had, the presence of a feature back that can get it done with power, explosiveness, and violence. Natron Means, Fred Taylor, some of the other guys that play there. Leonard Fournette could be the next one. And even though Tom isn't the coach, he is really setting the vision for the program. Doug Marrone wants to be physical. They want to alleviate some of the pressure on their young quarterback, Blake Bortles. The best way to do it is to get him a banger, a workhorse running back, a guy that plays with an intensity and a passion that you absolutely love. Leonard Fournette, for me, if he's there at 4, I think the Jaguars have to take him because it kind of changes the tone and tenor of the franchise.
Take a little pressure off your quarterback there in Blake Bortles, and you get this big man in there. Man, he is. Talk about speed and power. He brings it. Now I get to pick number 35, Bucky, and this is, to me, is a nice, little bit of a luxury pick on a very good defense. People don't realize how good this Jags defense was last year. Chidobe Awuzie from Colorado, and this is why I like him. Look, they went out and got A.J. Bouye in free agency. They've got Jalen Ramsey. Those are 2 great corners, young corners.
Great corners.
Now you get Awuzie, who can play the nickel, who can also drop back and play one of those safety spots as well. So they've made some investments in free agency at the safety spot. I think he could end up being better than those folks back there. In the meantime, I'm going to plug him in at nickel, let him be a run support player as well as mirror those slot receivers. He's a very, very valuable commodity in this draft.
The thing that I like about this pick is attitude, attitude, attitude. As they're building this defense up, they took Miles Jack, alpha personality. They added Jalen Ramsey, alpha personality. The guys that they brought in, A.J. Bouye, Barry Church, some of those guys, all of them have the same kind of personality. He fits right into that defense. They need more toughness. Awuzie brings toughness for sure.
All right, let's get to the Colts here. They pick 15th in this draft. I got them going edge rusher here in Derek Barnett out of the University of Tennessee. One of the more natural pass rushers we have in this draft class, Bucky. I'll tell you what, he's not explosive in the testing, but you see him win with speed, and he can really bend around the edge for somebody. When you first watch him, I thought, man, maybe more of a power player. Then you really start to study him. He can bend and wrap the edge and do some special things out there.
You know, I like him. I kind of call him Mr. Miyagi because his hand skills are the best at that position in this draft class. You talk about 10-plus sacks every season at Tennessee. He is a guy that really dominated. And when you think about the guys on that all-time list at Tennessee that he surpassed, Reggie White, he surpassed him as the sack leader. Ranks only behind Leonard Little in terms of tackles for loss. Dominant player. I think he's going to show up and be a terrific pro.
All right, so I went with the Tennessee Volunteer with their first-round pick. Where are you going with their second-round
we
pick?
Give him a buddy. We can give him one of his teammates. How about Alvin Kamara being able to come in and be an electric playmaker out of the backfield for Andrew Luck? You're talking about someone who is terrific in space, has the speed to take it the distance in the running game, but is also a crafty route runner with strong hands. He is someone, to me, that I think is a matchup nightmare. As Andrew Luck is really becoming comfortable in this offense, he needs more weapons. The thing that he hasn't had is a weapon out the backfield. That's a game changer for the Colts offense.
Tell you what, pretty darn good kickoff returner as well. They could rotate him in there in that mix as well. All right, now we've got a couple teams here, some interesting teams. The Tennessee Titans, Bucky, they have 2 first-rounders here. Pick number 5, pick number 18. I'll let you make the first one here at pick number 5. A lot of options. A lot of people think maybe they trade out, but in this scenario, we have them staying right there.
Say they stay at home. They want to continue to upgrade the secondary. How about Marshawn Lattimore from Ohio State? Marshawn Lattimore is a polished cover corner, a guy that is smooth and fluid, tremendous movement skills, does a great job of really using a variety of techniques on the island. Bail, off, press. He can do everything. He is scheme friendly because his game really translates into any system. I believe the guy can be a star. If he's able to overcome the hamstring issues that plagued him during his time in Ohio State, this is what I talk about being a perennial Pro Bowl player. That's where his skill set suggested he could be at the league.
No, I think he's the best corner in this draft, Bucky. And now let's really upgrade this defense. You got him on corner at 5. How about at 18, they go Hassan Reddick, who's helped himself probably more than anybody else in the postseason. You look at what he did at the Senior Bowl, how he worked out at the Combine. From what I heard, how he interviewed with the teams, this is a special, special kid to go along with a special talent. So you've got the versatility. He can rush off the edge if you want. You can stack him inside linebacker. All I know is you've added some speed and some playmaking to that front 7.
The one thing that I do know you added a football player, meaning a guy that loves football. He's passionate about it. You talk about the versatility outside. Can he play inside? This is a former walk-on safety who has made the transition to be a front 7 player. Love the intensity, love the attitude. He was one of the stars of the Senior Bowl. His stock continues to rise, and I think is merited because he's a terrific player.
We're to the point now where I don't know he's even going to be there at pick number 18.
I mean,
when they
really
pick.
like him. We continue to talk about him on a daily basis. He is someone that has certainly benefited from this long, drawn-out process.
No, he's been outstanding. All right, now we got the team that won the division last year, the Houston Texans. Pick number 25. I'll lead us off here. Offensive line seems to be the way they have to go here. And Cam Robinson, to me, I think he play right tackle. Some people have talked about, is he a left tackle, is he a right tackle, is he a guard? I think he finds his home at right tackle, and I think he can be a long-term starter and an upgrade there for the Houston Texans, Buck. The tape is a little bit inconsistent with him. When he's at his best, you see the power, you see the punch that he possesses. He can lock guys down. A tendency to get a little bit overextended, get over his skis a little bit, and get caught off balance. So some things to clean up. The good news is he's young. He's got a chance to really, really improve and become a really good football player.
He can be a really good football player. He has to identify what his style is. His style is based on what his skill sets are. He's a mauler brawler. He does a great job moving people off the ball in the run game. He needs to go to a team that features the run prominently in the game plan. For me, in the second round, 57 pick, how about Marcus May from Florida going in and kind of showing up their safety position? This is someone that you talk about being active, aggressive. He is one of the few players that has the ability to play against the pass, but is also active near the line of scrimmage against the run. I like Marcus May. This would be a terrific find for the Houston Texans in the second round.
Oh, there you have it. I'm a big Marcus May fan as well. Look, Keanu Neal did a great job in his rookie season last year coming out of this defense of Florida. I think Marcus May can have a similar type of an impact there.